those birds? For me? Thank you. And the sea. Now, it's mine already. Wow. Surely not the sky and the stars, too. That's very generous. Perhaps too generous. Thank you. What are you thinking about?
Music.
How can you think about music? You either hear it or you don't.
I'm hearing it then.
Oh. I read a book today.
Did you?
Yes, it was very interesting.
That's good.
Don't you want to know what it was about?
Of course.
There were stories about people's lives, how some come out well and others come out badly.
Well, did you like the book?
Yes, I think so.
Why?
It can be interesting to see if other people, like dead people who wrote books, agree or disagree with what you think.
Why?
Because it makes you the larger part of the human community. And the arguments were very interesting.
Oh. So, arguments that are interesting are good arguments?
Well, yes.
I didn't know an argument should be interesting. I thought it should be right or wrong.
Well, these particular arguments were very interesting.
Well, maybe you should make up your own thoughts instead of reading them in a book.
I do think of my own thoughts.
I know you do. I love how you look. Don't be mad. I made up a song for you today.
Did you?
Yup. It's not interesting or not interesting. It just is.
Well, can you play it for me?
It has too many parts.
Oh, let's go in the water.
Wait. Remember this melody.
Bad at remembering melodies. Why don't you remember it?
I have 11 other ones in my head, making for a total of 12. You have it?
I think so.
Let's hear it. Pretty good. The rhythm's a little off. Here, clap it out.
Is that right?
We'll practice.
I don't need to know about rhythm. I have my books.
Don't books have rhythm?
Well, that's true. Well, let's go in the water.
Wait, will you remember my melody under the water?
Yes, it'll always be imprinted in my heart like wax.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, when are you going to play me the whole song?
When I get 12 instruments?
We're going to get 12 instruments.
Well, I'm going to make each strand of your hair into an instrument. Your hair will stand on each end as it plays my music and become a hair orchestra. It will fly you up into the sky.
I don't know if I want to be an instrument.
Why?
Won't I fall down when the song ends?
That's true. But the clouds will be so moved by our music that they will fill up with water until they become heavy, and you'll sit on one, and you'll fall gently down to earth. How about that?
Okay.
It's settled then.
What is?
Your hair will be my orchestra, and I love you.
I love you too.
How will you remember?
That I love you?
Yes?
That's easy. I can't help it.
Well, you never know. I better tie a string around your finger to remind you.
You have a string at the ocean?
I always have a string, in case I come upon a broken instrument. This hand. Is this too tight?
No, it's fine.
There. Now you remember.
Oh, that's a very particular finger.
Yes.
You're aware of that?
Yes,
How aware?
very aware.
Orpheus, are we?
You tell me.
Yes, I think so.
Yes?
I mean, just yes. Just yes.
Yes?
Yes. Their lives be full of music. Maybe you could also get me another one, a gold ring to go over the string one.
Whatever makes you happy. Do you still have my melody?
It's right here. What are you thinking about?
Music. Just kidding. I was thinking about you. And music.
Let's go in the water. I'll race you.
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 Dear Eurydice, a letter for you on your wedding day. There is no choice of any importance in life than choosing of a beloved. Although I haven't met Orpheus, he seems like a serious young man. I understand he's a musician. If I were to give a speech at your wedding, I would start off with one or two funny words. Then I might offer some words of advice. I would say, cultivate the arts of dancing and small talk, everything in moderation. Court the companionship and respect of dogs. Grilling fish or toasting bread without burning it requires singleness of purpose, vigilance, and steadfast watching. Keep quiet about politics, but vote for the right man. Also, take care to change the light bulbs. But most importantly, make sure to give yourself to others, because that's the utmost satisfaction in life. To love, honor, accept, and most of all, help others. As for me, this is what it's like being dead. The atmosphere smells, and there's this constant high-pitched noise, like a tea kettle always boiling over. But it doesn't seem to bother anyone. For the most part, the atmosphere is pleasant, and you can socialize and work, much like you do at home. Here, I work in the business world, and it seems like you can see the far-reaching consequences of your actions. Also, I am one of the few dead people who can still remember to read and write. That's a secret, though. Oh, if anyone figures that out, they might get me in the river again. I write you letters. I don't know how to get them to you. Love, your father.
I hate parties. And the wedding is the biggest party of all. All the guests have arrived and Orpheus is still taking a shower. He's always taking a shower when the guests arrive, so he doesn't have to greet them. Then I have to greet them. A wedding is for daughters and fathers. The mothers all dressed up, trying to look like young women, but a wedding is for a daughter and a father. They stop being married to each other on that day. I always thought there'd be more interesting people at my wedding.
Are you a homeless person?
No,
Oh, well, I was on my way to a party where there are really very interesting people. Would you like to join me?
no, I just left my own party.
You were giving a party and you just left?
I was thirsty.
Well, you must be a very interesting person to just leave your own party like that.
Thank you.
I always say that's a mark of a really very interesting person. Don't you?
guess.
So, would you like to accompany me to this interesting affair?
No, thank you. I just got married.
Oh, lots of people do that, you know.
That's true. Lots of people do.
Mm-hmm. Say, what's your name?
Eurydice.
Eurydice.
Goodbye, then.
Goodbye. Dear Eurydice.
But me. Anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. No, 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 don't sit under the apple tree. Anyone else but me. Still I come marching home. I'm warm. Are you warm?
Yes.
I'm gonna go get a drink of water.
Wait, don't go.
I'll come back.
Promise? Yes. Can't stand to let you out of my sight tonight.
Silly goose. Oh, you're still here.
Yes, I forgot to tell you something. There's a letter addressed to Eurydice. That's you, from your father.
That's not possible.
He wrote down some thoughts for your wedding.
Well, let me see.
Oh, I left it at home. It got delivered to my elegant high-rise apartment over there by mistake.
Why didn't you say so
You
before?
left in such a hurry, you know?
Well, from my father.
Yes.
You're sure?
Yes.
I knew he said something.
It'll just take a moment. I live around the block. What an interesting dress you're wearing. Hmm?
Thank you. Eurydice? Eurydice!
Voila.
You're so high up.
Yes, I am.
I feel a little faint.
It'll pass.
Haven't you thought about installing an elevator?
No, I prefer stairs. I think architecture is so interesting, don't you?
I guess. So, where's the letter?
But isn't this an interesting building?
I thought there were people here. Thought you were
Oh.
having a party.
Well, I like to celebrate things quietly with just a few other interesting people, don't you? Would you like some champagne?
Maybe some water.
Water it is. Make yourself comfortable.
I can't stay for long. I can see my wedding from here. People are so small. And they're dancing. There's Orpheus. He's not dancing.
So, who's this guy you're marrying?
His name is Orpheus.
Orpheus? Not a very interesting name. Or,
He's kind of famous. You might have heard of him. plays the most beautiful music in the world, actually.
I can't hear you.
So the letter came here today.
That's right.
Through the post?
It was mysterious. Voila. So, Eurydice, tell me anything. Name me one person you find interesting.
Why?
Just making conversation.
Right. All the interesting people I know are dead or speak French.
Well, I don't speak French, Eurydice.
I feel a little dizzy. I think I want to go now.
You're free to go whenever you like.
I know. I'm gonna go now, in fact. Just, there's no letter, is there?
Of course there is. It's right here. Eurydice, I'm not interesting, but I am strong. You could teach me to be interesting. I'd listen. Orpheus is too busy listening to his own thoughts. There's music in his head. You try to pluck the music out, and it bugs you. I'll bet you had an interesting thought today, for instance. I bet you're always having them with the way you tilt your head to the side and stare.
I feel dizzy. I want my husband. I'm gonna go.
Again, you're free to go whenever you like.
I'm gonna go now, in fact. Goodbye.
No! Eurydice, don't go. I love you.
Oh no.
You need to get yourself a real man with broad shoulders like me. Orpheus has long fingers that would tremble to pet a bull or pluck a bee from a hive.
I don't know about my husband's
A man who can put his arm around your shoulder as he leads you through the crowd. A man who answers the door at parties. A man with big hands, with big stupid hands, like potatoes. My lips were meant to kiss your eyes. That's obvious.
Close your eyes then. That's his handwriting.
Of course it is.
Goodbye.
Don't do that. You'll trip.
Orpheus! Eurydice!
We are a chorus of stones.
I'm a little stone.
I'm a big stone.
I'm a loud stone.
We are all three stones.
We live with the dead people in the land of the dead.
Eurydice was a great musician. Orpheus was his wife.
Orpheus was a great musician. Eurydice was his wife. She died.
Then he played the saddest music. Even we,
The
Stones.
cried when we heard it. Oh look, she's coming into the land of the dead now.
Oh,
Oh!
Oh, we might say, poor Eurydice.
But stones don't feel bad for dead people. Eurydice wants to speak to you, but she can't speak your language anymore. She talks in the language of dead people now.
It's a very quiet language.
As if the pores in your face opened up and talked.
like potatoes sleeping in the dirt.
There was a roar and a coldness. I think my husband was with me. What was my husband's name? My husband's name, do you know it? How strange. I don't remember. It was horrible to see his face when I died. His eyes were two blackbirds and they flew to me. I said, no, stay where you are. He needs you in order to see. When I got through the cold, they made me swim in a river. I forgot his name. I forgot all the names. I know his name starts with my mouth shaped like a ball of twine. Or I forget. Then they made me go in a boat. I only just fit inside. I looked at the oars and I wanted to cry. I tried to cry, but I just drooled a little. I'll try now. What happiness it would be to cry. I was not lonely, only alone with myself, begging myself not to leave my own body, but I was leaving. Goodbye, head, I said. It inclined itself a little as though to nod to me in a solemn kind of way. How do you say goodbye to yourself? A train!
The station is like a train, but there's no train.
The train has wheels that are not wheels.
There's the opposite of a wheel, and the opposite of smoke, and the opposite of a train.
I thought someone was supposed to meet me at the station.
Eurydice?
At last, a porter to meet me. Do you happen to know where the bank is? I need money. I've just arrived. I need to exchange money at the Bureau de Change. I didn't bring my traveler's checks because such a hurry. They didn't even let me pack my suitcase. It's empty in it. That's funny, right? I suppose I could buy new clothes here. I would really love a bath.
Eurydice.
What's that language? It gives me tingles. Say it again.
Eurydice.
Like fruit. Again.
Eurydice, I'm your father.
Eurydice, I'm your father. That's funny. You remind me of something, but I don't understand the word you're saying.
Your father?
Shut
Shut up, she doesn't understand you. She said now too. You have to speak in the language of stones.
You're dead now. I'm dead too.
Yes. I need a reservation for the fancy hotel.
When you were alive, I was your father.
Father is not a word that dead people understand. He is what we call subversive.
When you were alive, I was, your tree.
Oh, a tree. The tall one in the backyard. I used to always sit in the shade. There, shade.
There's a problem here.
Eurydice, I named you. Your mother named all the other children. But you, I named you.
Be careful, sir.
I tried to remember your name. I asked the stones. The stones said, forget the names. The names make you remember.
We told you how it works.
One day, it would not stop raining. I saw the letters somewhere between the raindrops. I began to translate them. E for elephant, U for ulcer and under, R for reindeers. I saw them putting the black noses into white snow. Y for youth, and yellow. D for dog. Dig. Daughter. Time flowed into my head. The days of the week, months, hours.
The tree talks so beautifully.
Don't listen.
I feel hungry all of a sudden. Where's the porter who met me at the station?
Here I am.
I would like a continental breakfast, please. Maybe some rolls and butter. Oh, and jam. Take my suitcase up to my room, would you?
There are no rooms here, miss.
What? No rooms? Where do people sleep?
People don't sleep here.
I have to say, I'm very disappointed. It was a really tiring day. I traveled all day. First through a river, then through an elevator that rained, then on a train. I thought someone was to meet me at the station.
Don't cry, don't cry.
I don't know where I am, and there are all these stones, and they're horrible. I hate them. I thought someone was to meet me at the station.
Don't cry, I'll take your luggage up to your room.
There are no rooms.
Dear Eurydice, I miss you. No, that's not enough. Dear Eurydice, Symphony for 12 instruments. Love, Orpheus.
you. That'll do. Oh, you want some tips? Okay. Would you run a bath for me, please?
Yes, miss.
Dear Eurydice, I love you. I'm going to find you. I play the saddest music now that you're gone. You know I hate writing letters. I'll give this letter to a worm. I hope he finds you. Love, Orpheus.
Miss, there's a letter for you.
A letter?
A letter. It's addressed to you.
There's dirt on it.
Miss,
What is it?
would you like me to read you the letter?
Read you the letter?
You can't do it with your feet. Dear Lucy, that's you.
That's you.
You. It says, I love you.
I love you.
It's like your tree.
Oh. Tall? Green?
It's more like sitting in the shade.
Oh.
It's like sitting in the shade with no clothes on.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to find you. I play the saddest music now that you're gone.
Music.
It's like that. You know I hate writing letters. I'll give this letter to a worm. I hope he finds you. Love, Orpheus.
Oh, yes.
Orpheus.
That word. It's like I can't breathe. Orpheus. My husband.
Dear Eurydice, last night I dreamed that we climbed Mount Olympus and we started to make love, and all the strands of your hair were little faucets, and water was streaming out of your head, and I said, why is water coming out of your hair? And you said, gravity is very compelling. And then we jumped off Mount Olympus and flew through the clouds, and you held your knee to your chest because you skinned it on a sharp cloud. And then I woke up, and the window frightened me, and I thought, who is Eurydice? Then the whole room started to float, and I thought, what are people? Then my bedclothes smiled at me with a green crooked mouth, and I thought, who am I? It scares me, Eurydice. Please come back. Love, Orpheus.
Did you get my letters?
You sent me letters?
Every day.
What did they say?
Nothing much, just the usual stuff.
Tell me. Or tell me the names of my mother, brothers, and sisters.
I don't think that's a good idea. It'll make you sad.
I want to know.
It's a long time to be sad.
Being sad is not allowed. Act like a stone.
Teach me another.
Ostracize. It means to banish by the Greek. The Greeks decided who to banish and wrote the names of the person on a white piece of pottery called ostrakhan.
Ostrakhan. Another.
Peripatetic by the Greek. It means to walk slowly, talking about heavy matters, in bare feet.
Peripatetic. A learned fruit wandering through snow. Another.
Defunct.
Defunct.
It means dead in an abrupt way, which was the opposite of how I died, which was slowly. But all at once, in cowboy boots.
Tell me a story of when you were little.
Well, my mother... No, let's talk about my childhood. You remember your uncle? He once shot at me with a BB gun. I got so mad that I decided to swallow a nail. Oh, and then there was this one time that I went to a dude ranch. I was riding a horse and I lashed the car. The woman driving the car got out and spanked me. Your grandmother spanked me too.
Remember the Christmas when she gave me a doll? And I said, if I see one more doll, I'm going to throw up.
I think Grandma was a little surprised when you said that.
Oh, tell me a story of your mother.
Well, the most vivid recollection I have of my mother was seeing her at parties or at home playing piano. Oh, when she was young, she was extremely animated. She could really play the piano. She could play everything by ear. We used to call her Flaming Sally.
I never saw Grammy play a piano before.
Well, your Grammy wasn't the same after my father died. My father, he was a gentleman.
Tell me a story about your father.
Well, he and I would usually go to the Mississippi River to duck hunt. He would call up old Frank the day before and ask him, where are the ducks moving tonight? Oh, he could really call the ducks. I would feel bad about killing the poor little ducks, but you get caught up in the fervor of it. You could get as many as 10 ducks. If you went over the limit, there are only so many ducks per person. So father would throw the extra ducks on the side of the creek we were paddling on and make sure there's no game warden. If the game warden wasn't there, he would grab the extra ducks and throw them in the back of the car. My father was never a conversationalist, but he would always rhapsodize about cars. No, ducks. He would always say, if I ever were to die, it would be in a duck pond. And he did.
There was a question I always wanted to ask you. A story or a name. I forget.
Don't worry. We have plenty of time.
Dear Eurydice, I wonder if you miss reading books in the underworld.
What was that? What is that? What do you do? What do you do? Answer me! Ugh, I hate you. Ugh, damn you.
We two will sing like birds in a cage when thou dost ask my blessing. I'll kneel down and ask of thee forgiveness. So we'll live and pray and sing.
For Eurydice, Eury. No, there's no last name. It's not like that. What? No, I don't know the country. I don't know the city either. I don't know the street. It probably starts with a vowel. Look, could you mind checking, please? I would really appreciate it. What? You can't enter a name without a city? Why not? Well, thank you for trying. You have a nice day too. I'll find you. Don't move.
Tell me another story of when you were little.
Well, there was my first piano recital. I got rhythm. I played the first few chords and I couldn't remember the rest. So I ran out of the auditorium, then locked myself in the bathroom.
Then what happened?
Your grandmother pulled me out and made me apologize to everyone in the auditorium. I never played piano after that. But I think I remember the first few chords. It went da da dee da, da da dee da, da da dee da.
What are the words?
I can't remember. Let's see. Da da dee da, da da dee da, da da dee da, da 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 da, da da dee da, da da dee da, da da dee da, da da dee.
What is that noise?
Stop singing!
Stop singing!
Neither of you can carry a tune.
It's awful!
Dead
People can't sing.
I'm not a very good singer.
Neither am I.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
I am the Lord of the Underworld.
Ha ha, very smiley.
I am.
Oh, prove it.
I can do chin-ups inside your bones. Close your eyes.
Ow!
See? You're pretty.
You're little.
I grow downward, like a turtle.
What do you want?
Just wanted to see if you were comfortable. You're not itchy.
No.
That's good. Sometimes our residents get itchy, you know. Then we scratch them.
I'm not itchy.
What's all this string?
It's my room.
Rooms are not allowed in here. Tell her.
Rooms are not allowed.
Who made you room?
My father.
Fathers are not allowed. Where is he now?
He's at work.
Well, we'll have to dip you in the river again and make sure you're good and done.
Please don't.
Ooh, I like that. Say that again.
Please don't.
Say it in my ear.
Please don't.
I like it. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. And I mean that in the nicest possible way.
Told you I have a husband.
Husbands are for children. You need a lover. I'll be back. You cheese. Comfortable.
We
will.
Goodbye.
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 I'm growing. Can you tell? I'm growing. Ha 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 ha.
If a drop of water enters the soil at a particular angle with a particular pitch, what's to say a man can write one note into the earth like a fireman's pole? Eurydice, did you hear that? Eurydice, that one, that's the note, right there.
Orpheus never liked words. He had his music. He would have this funny look on his face, and I would ask, "What are you thinking about?" And he would be thinking about music. If we went to restaurants sometimes, he would have a solemn look on his face and he wouldn't talk to me. I thought people felt sorry for me. I should have known. Women envied me. Their husbands talk too much. But I wanted to talk to him about my notions. I was working on a new philosophical system. It involved hats. That's what it is to love an artist. The moonlight is always shining above your house. The houses of your neighbors look dull and lacking in moonlight, but he's always going away from you. In his mind, there's always something more beautiful. Orpheus said, mind is like a ruler stick, side ruler, or it can fit around anything. Words can mean anything. Show me your body, he said. That only means one thing.
Eurydice, before I go down there, I won't practice my music. Some say practice, but practice is a word invented by cowards. The animals don't have a word for practice. A gazelle does not run for practice. He runs because he is scared or he is hungry. A bird doesn't sing for practice. She sings because she's happy or sad. So I say, store it up. The music sounds better in my head than it does in the world. When songs are pressing against my throat, then, only then, I will go down and sing for the devils, and they will cry through their parched throat. Eurydice, don't kiss a dead man. Their lips look red and tempting, but put your tongue in their mouth, and it tastes like oatmeal. I know how much you hate oatmeal. I'm going to the way of death. Here's my plan. Tonight, when I go to bed, I will turn off the lights and put a straw in my mouth. When I fall asleep, I will crawl through the straw, and my breath will push me like a great wind in the darkness, and I will say your name, and I will arrive. I've consulted the almanacs, the footstalls, and the architects, and they all agree. I found the right note. Wait for me. Love or peace.
I got a letter from Orpheus.
You sound serious. Nothing bad, I hope.
No, he's gonna come find me.
How?
He's going to sing.
Someone is knocking.
Who is it?
Who is it?
No
No one knocks on the door of the dead.
Who are you?
I'm Orpheus.
Well, I'm the Lord of the Underworld.
But you're so young.
Don't be rude.
I'm sorry. Did you like my music?
No, I prefer happy music with a nice beat.
Oh,
So, you've come for Eurydice, huh?
yes.
And you thought singing would be enough to get you through the gates of hell.
See here, I won my wife. What do I have to do?
You'll have to do more than sing.
I'm not sure what you mean, sir.
Look, just look straight ahead and walk down the road, and your wife just might be behind you. But no matter what, you cannot look back. Keep your eyes facing front at all times, or else your wife's just gone like that. Understand?
I can't look at her?
No.
Why?
Because.
Because
Just because.
I look straight ahead. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's easy.
Good.
That's his music. I shut the gate. He's come to save me.
Are you sure you want to go with him?
Of course. Oh, you'll be lonely, won't you?
No, you should go to your husband. You should have grandchildren. You'll all come down and meet me here one day.
Are you sure?
You should love your family until grapes throw dust on their purple faces. I'll take you to him.
Now?
It's for the best. Is that him?
Yes, I think so.
His shoulders aren't very broad. Are you sure he can take care of you? Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. There's one thing you need to know. If he sees you, you'll die a second death, so step quietly and don't cry out.
I won't.
Goodbye, Eurydice.
I'll come back to you. I seem to keep dying.
Don't let him dip you in the river for too long. The second time, hold your breath.
I'll look for a tree.
I'll write you letters.
Where will I find them?
I don't know yet, but I'll figure it out. Goodbye.
Bye.
Wait. Be careful.
Wait! Come back!
You can't go back now, Eurydice.
Face forward!
Keep walking.
I'm afraid your husband is waiting for you, Eurydice. I don't recognize him. That's a stranger.
Go on, it's him.
I want to go home. I want my father.
You're all grown up now. You have a husband.
Turn around.
Why?
Because.
That's a stupid reason.
Orpheus braved the gates of hell to find you.
Played the saddest music.
Even we,
The stones cried when we heard it.
That's Orpheus.
Yes,
that's him.
Where's his music?
It's
in your head.
Orpheus. You startled me. I'm sorry.
Why?
I don't know. I never
You always
saw
left
the
your
word
hand on the
rhythm.
third beat. You couldn't wait for the fourth.
No, there's an
Remember, I tried to
somewhere.
teach you.
A breath.
Your sense of rhythm, it was off. It was one step ahead of the music. I would say clap on the downbeat. No, the downbeat. It's dangerous not to have a sense of rhythm. You lose things when you can't keep a simple beat. Why'd you have to say my name, Eurydice?
I'm sorry.
I know we used to fight. It seems so silly if
If an ant for pots and pans, there'd be no need for tickers.
Why?
If an ant for pots and pans, there'd be no need for tickers.
Eurydice,
I think I see the gates, the stone, the boat. Wow, the stones look happy to see me.
don't look.
That's the happiest I've ever seen them.
Think of things
so
we did.
gray. It looks familiar like home. Our house was
We went
gray
ice
with a red
skating.
door. We had 2 cats.
I wore a
2
red
dogs,
sweater.
and 2 fish that died.
Will you talk to me?
Train is the opposite of a train.
Eurydice, we've known each other for centuries. I want to reminisce. Remember when you wanted your name in a song, so I put your name in a song? When I sang your name at the gates of hell, I sang your name over and over and over again. Eurydice.
Finally, some peace and quiet.
Like the old days.
No
music, no
conversation. How about that?
Eurydice is gone. You'll be like second best to me.
Oh, please, sir.
We're tired.
Do you understand the love a father has for his daughter?
Love is a big, funny word.
Dead people should be seen and not heard.
how does a person remember to forget? It's difficult.
It's not difficult.
We told you how it works.
Dip yourself in the river.
Dip yourself in
Dip
the
yourself
river.
in the river.
Dip yourself in the
Dip
river.
yourself in the river. Dip yourself in the river. Dip yourself in the river. Dip yourself in the river.
I need directions.
That's ridiculous.
There are no directions.
There are no directions.
I remember. Take Tri-State South to Route 88 West. Take Route 88 West to Route 80. Proceed 3 miles and you'll come to the exit for Middle Road. Proceed 3 to 4 miles and Belfry Park will be on your left. Continue down 2 intersections and Fernwood Avenue will curve to the right towards Forest Road. Take a left on First Road and go about 2 blocks. Past the first entrance on the alley on your right. Take the second entrance. Go about 100 yards and you'll be able to see a red brick house. Look for Illinois license plates. Go inside the house, and inside the living room, outside the window, you'll be able to see the lights of the Mississippi River. Take off your shoes. Walk down the hill. There will be a tree great for climbing on your right. Cross the road. Watch for traffic, and cross the train tracks. Catfish will be sleeping in the mud on your left. Roll up your jeans. Count to 10. Dip your feet in the river and swim.
Where is my room? Where is my room? Answer me!
It's none of our business.
What are you doing
You
here?
should go be with your husband.
Up there. Where's my father? Why is he sleeping? Come back.
He can't hear you.
It's too late.
What happened to him?
He dipped himself in the river.
He did not dip himself in the river.
He did. We saw him.
He wanted some peace and quiet. He did not. Listen, I'll teach you the words. Then we'll know each other again. We'll start with my name. Eurydice. E, U, R, Y.
He can't hear
He
you.
can't see you.
He can't remember you.
I hate you. I've always hated you. Shut up, shut up, shut up! Listen, I'll tell you a story.
Try speaking in the language of stone.
It's a very quiet language, as if the pores in your face opened up and wanted to talk. Tree, rock, stone, rock, tree. Didn't you already mourn for your father, young lady?
Some things should be left well enough alone.
To mourn twice is excessive.
To mourn 3 times a sin.
Life is like a good meal.
Only gluttons want more food when they finish their helping.
Learn to be more moderate.
It's weird for a dead person to be morbid.
Don't cry, don't cry.
We're in the art of keeping busy.
It's hard to keep busy when you're dead. It's not hard. We keep busy.
Keep busy
We like
and we like it.
We're busy, busy, busy
Busy,
stones.
busy stone. Busy stone. Watch us work.
Watch us work, watch us work.
Watch us work.
Keeping still, keeping quiet.
Keep still.
It's hard work to be a stone.
Hard work to be a stone.
No time for crying.
No, no, no.
I hate you. I've always hated you.
Go ahead, try to hit us.
You'll hurt your fist.
You'll break your hand.
Is there a problem here?
No, sir.
So, you've decided to stay with us, huh? Perhaps to be my bride?
I told you, you're too young.
I'll be the judge of that. I've grown.
I see that.
I'm ready to be a man now. I'm ready to be a man.
Just leave me alone.
I'll have him start preparing the satins and silks. You can't refuse me. I've made my choice.
Can I have a time to prepare myself?
Don't be long. The wedding songs are already being written. A dirt-filled orchestra for my bride. And don't trouble the songs with their music, I said. The song is two dead bodies rubbing under the covers to keep warm.
Well.
You had better prepare yourself.
I don't need to prepare myself.
You had better find a comb.
You had better find a veil.
I don't need a veil. I need a pen.
Pens are forbidden here.
Then I need a pencil.
Pencils too.
Damn you, I'll dip you in the river.
Too late, too late.
There must be a pen. There must be. A pen. Dear Orpheus, I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. I was afraid. I'm not worthy of you, but I still love you, I think. Don't try to come fight me again. You'll be lonely for music. I want you to be happy. I want you to marry again. I'm going to write out instructions for your next wife. To my husband's next wife. Be gentle. Be sure to comb his hair when it's wet. Don't forget to notice that his face flushes pink like a bride when you kiss him. Give him lots to eat. He forgets to eat and he gets cranky. Kiss his forehead when he said, and I'll thank you. Because he's a young prince and his robes are too heavy on him, his crown will fall around his ears. I'll give this to a worm. I hope he finds you. Love, Eurydice.